So this video was a little messed up to say the least because it was all over the place. Um, so basically, I ended up trying to do Fender cutouts at the end, which I didn't intend to, but that was because I was trying to fix this lip because this lip is thick, and apparently there's like more than one sheet metal like holding it together. So it was harder to roll and it was harder to pull. To fix that, I essentially cut up everything that was behind the first panel that you see outside of the car. So whatever's painted on the outside is going to be that first panel. Everything that's behind it was going to be cut, along with the part of the right side fender, and that's what I did. I think it turned out pretty good. The part that hasn't been shown is just me painting it gloss black with like Rust-Oleum Performance spray can, and yeah, the back is not really going to change that much. I am going to do something custom with the back. It is going to be showing in this video, making my suspension stiffer. So there's going to be no rolling because I already rolled it as much as I could when it was already low. By driving the car on one side of a pothole, because since my axle, my rears are an independent rear axle, if one side is up, the other side is down. So I used that method with a pothole. Used the jack handle, put it there, rolled it, and it got my rolling as much as I wanted it to be. So like I was saying in the beginning of the video, I tried cutting out the lip, which is what I'm doing. It went okay so far, but I mean, like I said, I'm just gonna be showing like little bits and pieces. I'm not gonna be showing the whole thing. Like I said, because this video is all over the place, so you're just not gonna see that much of progress in the front. I ended up just cutting more than just the lip because when I did cut the lip, it made the edge when I was cutting much sharper, and I even tried grinding out like the uneven sharp spots. But the thing was, the second part of that fender, the part of sheet metal that's behind it, then of the first panel, it was kind of sticking out. So here's the plastic piece that was like over the shock, so it would look like something like this, like with it over and whatever. I just got some snips. I made like a little clearance area, cut it all the way straight up, and reveal the shock tube. So this is the part that's going to be stuck onto right here. So it's going to look like this. So it's going to look like that. And then if you're trying to take this out, you pretty much can't, because there's like this. I had to grind this part. That's why it's like clean metal right here. There's either a lot of gunk, but I doubt it was that, or there was like another little stop, like something like this, like where it got thicker and it could no longer like slide out. Like it got stuck like probably like this, and you couldn't take it out. So I got the grinder, grinded off most of the surrounding areas, and now I can slide it out. Now with that, I'm either adding some washers right here or nuts that fit over this, and then adding a engine valve spring right here, or a couple squishy bump stops right here. Either or. I'm gonna do whatever I can or whatever it takes to get my suspension to be stiffer again, because I just do not like the bounciness. So I'm gonna see if I can go run to the hardware store, or maybe order some parts like some bump stops or whatever. Right there's 1/2 inch. Increase the inner diameter for like a washer to be like 1/16 bigger, or even like 5/8, like move up to a 5/8, or move up to like a 7/16 inner diameter washer, so you can just stack some like on top. And now that I know my specs and measurements, now I'm just gonna get the stuff and put it on there and just send it. Alright, so for this fender cutout, I'm just gonna be for the first part, I'm gonna be cutting like I'm gonna be cutting this straight, following the bottom of the tape line, and then I'm gonna leave like 1 inch of space so that I can bend it the other way. I'm still not sure how this is gonna work out, you know, according to plan. I also measured it with this badge. I just like put a little point. Mine is approximately 2 7/8 tall, and I just eyeballed like the straight line. I think I got it pretty straight. So for the bottom part, I just left like around 1.5 inches or around 1 5/8 or 1.5 inches of space on the bottom of the fender between the side skirt and the tape. So leave that much amount of space and start cutting that. I kind of want to just cut this straight down from here or here to here. Alright, so far it was like this. It was like all stuck, but then I had to get like a screwdriver, pry it out, and here's what we're left with. I also cut that little support with the reciprocating saw. I'm probably gonna cut that too. That focus, that bar right there. But yeah, I guess I'll just continue on cutting. So I finally got it off, and see these? They were all holding the part of the fender in place. Where is it at? All these right here. So even if you do cut it, I guess it would be easy to cut like right here in this lip and go from there. But yeah, it's off. I think I am gonna cut this part too. Just same I was gonna say directions, but yeah, I guess same angles and everything, just cut more through. And sets. Oh, okay. Well, it just came out. Now this is what I'm looking for. For this space, I'm still like deciding what to do with it. I don't know if I should paint all the exposed area black and just leave it like that, or if I get like some type of metal, like a sheet metal right here, and then just push it inward like towards over there and somehow you know, make it fixed over there. First thing I did on before I put the wheel on and shit is just to lower the height to where I had it before. And then I'm gonna put this wheel on there, turn the car on, and then roll it back and forth so I can roll the wheel. And since it's way easier to pull now, so it should be simpler. It's still poking out. I'm trying to bend it. I mean, I rolled it. It's just not budging. You know, it's just this. That little pointing part. It's not this. It's literally the other piece of metal that's behind this. So, I'm probably gonna have to cut this out now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be cutting in the inner part of the fender, because I just have no way of clearance right now. I feel like once I cut that part off, I should be fine. It's gonna be a little tricky though, because these two fenders are like really close together. All right, so wheels off, and trying to see where I can cut. So see this right here. that right there is my culprit. I think what I'm gonna cut is probably like around, yeah, cutting all this right here, and then right here it's where it's gonna like merge itself into one. So I'm gonna cut this off, and yeah, cut through here, stop right there, and cut right here. Well, I'm not sure yet, because that part's right here. I don't know, I guess I'll figure that out when it comes, but yeah, I guess I'll just start cutting just along this area right here. I gotta be really careful because it's really thin, and I could easily just burst through the other side of the fender. If I do, I kind of mess up. So I gotta be really, really careful. Okay, so here's where I'm at with the rear suspension. So I got my new shock absorber right here with the nuts and washers, 5 nuts and 2 washers, and right here's the new bump stops that came with this new shock. So this shock, it had a freaking it had a metal casing over this. So you know how the OEM one had a plastic one, the new one, which is this one, had a metal casing and had a nut on top of it. On the OEM one, there wasn't any nut, and I had to cut the nut. Well, I had to cut the casing off, and I thought for the nut I could just unscrew it, turn it and take it off. But the thing is, I think it was welded on there onto the metal casing, so I had to grind that off carefully and break it off because we didn't need it. And yeah, everything else just stayed the same. So for this, you actually have less surface area to hold on to for this thing. It's not the whole thing of this. It's really like right here where my nail is up. Just, yeah, I think you can see it right there. The thing is, when you're gonna tighten this, don't put too much pressure when you're tightening this bolt. And until this thing turns, it'll turn. So hold it in place, even with like something that'll slip, like an adjustable wrench, because that's what I did. So use an adjustable wrench, hold this, and use a 14. I think I had a 14mm socket. I think it was 14. Keep turning it until you feel like a slight pressure. If you feel like, don't tighten it too much, otherwise this thing will be hard to get off next time. So tighten this with like probably 5 pounds of force to really 5 or 10 pounds of force to like really tighten it. And that's all you'll need, because this thing will be a pain in the ass to remove the next time we need to remove it. The spring actually sits 1 inch, or I think my buddy said half an inch of like above the the washer and nuts. So when it compresses down, that's when it hit the washers and nuts. And honestly, I went through the hard bumps and it was barely anything, so it was really perfect. So that's how the exact same side is done to the other side. Like the exact same process. But yeah, I think the rear is completed for now. If I know it actually sits like probably this tall, like, no, I think it's probably like this tall, or like 2 fingers above the tire. I might lower it just a little more, or remove like maybe 1 nut, or add a few washers to compensate for that level. And that's how I want to sit. But yeah, the back is done. The front, however, it is done, technically speaking, most of the stuff. But I don't know if you remember about this hard edge I was talking about. So this hard sharp edge, like all this stuff, like, which is already like folded enough, but I just want to grind it smooth now. Like this sharp edge right here is not good for the tire. So what I did is, my buddy went over to the store. He grabbed over a flap disc for me, because I was with the regular grinding disc. I wasn't gonna do this all day, because since it was like really thin, the disc would have like penetrated through the metal and make an accidental cut. So that's what I'm using, a flap disc, and it works like phenomenal. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And then after that, I'm just gonna adjust my coilovers to raise them a little higher, because when I'm turning, well, it hits the corners and stuff. This corner especially is no bueno. It's too sharp. So I'm gonna grind it smooth and we should be all set.